are watching Germantown Municipal Television, your source for everything Germantown.
Welcome to Healthy Germantown. I'm your host, Steve Walensky. Each month, we share ways for you, our Germantown residents, to enjoy a healthy life right here in our city. The Germantown Athletic Club is a first-class fitness facility with cutting-edge equipment and expert staff located in the heart of Germantown. The club's director, Phil Rogers, will update us on Phase 2 and the overall progress of this multi-million-dollar renovation. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Senior Partner and Chief of Staff at the West Cancer Clinic, Dr. Kurt Tower, will tell us about the many services provided by the Margaret West Breast Cancer Center, located on nearby Wolf River Boulevard. And finally, fall means time to get your flu shot. Walgreens pharmacist Dr. Nicole Edwards-Durden will discuss the importance of flu shots and the difference a flu shot can make in your health. Joining us now is Phil Rogers, Director of the Germantown Athletic Club. Hello, Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Walensky.
So before we get into Phase 2 of the project, some people probably haven't been to the athletic club in a while, and they may not know what's already happened with Phase 1.
It's true.
So tell us about Phase 1.
So starting in November of last year, we actually did quite a few different renovations to the facility. The first, what we started with, was a brand new child care facility that we did upstairs, and that is kind of in the upper east wing of the facility. And we took that and made that a brand new child care facility, blew out some walls, expanded a lot of different stuff, but now we can take children from 8 weeks of age all the way up to 11. We do kids fit classes. We now have a kids fit class room in there for your kids as they're exercising. And we are also now, it's interesting, a licensed drop-in facility. So we are licensed with the state of Tennessee as that. And then below that, what we've done is we've also redid our spin room, and we also redid our mind-body studio for soft classes like yoga, Pilates, and other type softer classes for that. So we've got a lot of renovations that are complete and open now, and now we're starting on Phase 2.
So before I move on, how many free classes are
We
there?
have over about 95 classes a week that are all included in your membership.
And I know you like to say, how many hours a week are we at?
106 hours a week, 360 days a year.
Great.
Yep.
So now let's move on to Phase 2.
So Phase 2 is definitely the biggest chunk that we're doing right now, and it's really, really exciting. If you come in the club, unfortunately you can't see it because it's behind some walls, but what we're doing is we're actually taking out a basketball court. We have 3. We're really focusing on some group fitness and some new square footage inside the facility. So we're going to build a mezzanine at track level. We're not shortening the track, but we are building it inside the track. And then below that, on the basketball court, we're actually going to have a group fitness studio. It's designated space for all of our wonderful classes that we have, and we're very, very excited about that.
And the timeline for all of this happening?
So we're going to be done late spring next year, and that's just in time for getting our new cardio equipment because our new lease is up in July. So we're very excited about the timing of everything and how that's going to happen.
And why the need for this project?
Well, we're a growing facility, and we're an older facility. I mean, we were built in 1990, so we're going on 26 years right now. That's great. The demand of the facility itself has changed. The industry has changed. What used to be, in the 90s, there was a great demand for community centers, especially public-owned community centers. That demand is not necessarily there anymore. So to keep up with the Joneses, if you would, to keep competitive, we're going to have to make some changes and adapt to the ever-changing industry. So that's where a lot of these changes come on. It's also infrastructure. As much as we are doing cosmetic changes, there's a lot that we're doing from the mechanical, the HVAC, the lighting, the different upgrades that you don't necessarily think about, but are necessary for a 26-year-old building.
So when you walk in, there's going to be a dramatic difference.
We'll be getting to that, but yet there's going to be a dramatic difference throughout the whole facility by the time we're all said and done.
And when will that, any chance we know when that might be?
I'm hoping within the next couple of years is hoping, but it's evident, one thing that we will do is we are cash flowing this project within, the revenues that the club's generating. We are an enterprise fund within the city, so that means that, we are responsible for our own profits and losses. With that being said, we need to make sure that, we're being profitable and being good stewards of our membership money.
And if someone wants to find out what it's going to look like, is there a way for them to do that?
There is a way for them to do it. We have renderings throughout the facility on our temporary walls that we've got. We've also got them on our website, www.germantownathletic.club.org. There's lots of different places you can definitely find them all in there and in the facility itself.
And if somebody wants to come in and take a tour,
we can definitely do that. Please come in any point in time. Our friendly staff and membership sales team will take you around, show you everything that we have, all the amenities, everything from the pool to the child care to the classes, and of course the weight room and the cardio equipment. We're here for you.
And it's for all ages?
All ages, and you don't have to be a Germantown resident. We are open to the general public. We are a membership facility, that's open to East Memphis, Cordova, Bartlett. It doesn't matter.
So in the remaining time that we have, there was something else that you'd like people to know about our club and what makes it special, unique, and different? What would you say?
I think that you can always say that at any health club, the water's always just as wet, the dumbbells are just as heavy. So with that being said, what's going to set us apart? And that's going to be hopefully our customer service and our staff and the experience that you have here. Because one thing I think that's just as important as physical and mental wellness is going to be the social aspect of your social wellness as well. So with that being said, we are a community. We still have that community center feel. We definitely have the people that are going to come and want to spend time at the facility, not just plug into your headphone jack and disappear. We have that community. We have that sense. We're all about the customer and the member, and that's hopefully what sets us apart than everybody else.
And let's pretend I'm not in shape. Thanks. Let's just pretend.
Sure.
And I wanted to get some help.
Yes, well, we can definitely do that. We have, of course, we have the 95 classes a week that are all led by, trained, certified instructors. We also have, several different trainers, personal trainers, to do group and private individual sessions, depending upon, what you're looking for, what your price point is, and really what your experience level is, and what your preference is. So we definitely have all of that for you on hand. We can talk about all the fun, exciting stuff that we've got coming on next summer, and that's going to be our summer camp programs that are, people need to think about, as well as, swim lessons that we do year round. There's lots of different stuff that we have that goes on throughout the year and all of our kids programming. This fall starts Kids Night Out again, so, parents are looking for date night. We do offer, kids night outs and different other, kids program. We also do vacation fun days. Where if there's a school holiday, we'll take your child, and there is a fee associated with that, of course. But if instead of having to call in, you can definitely drop your kid off in our fun day camps.
So make this promise for me: as we get closer along in the process, you'll come back on the show and tell us more?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you very much
You're
for
welcome.
being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
You bet. When we come back, senior partner and chief of staff at the West Cancer Center, Dr. Kurt Tower, tells us about the state-of-the-art care available at the Margaret West Breast Cancer Center. So please stay with us.
You make me wear my bike helmet. You taught me never to run with scissors. And to follow the swimming rules.
You tell me to stay away from drugs.
To always buckle my seatbelt.
So why do you keep a loaded gun in your drawer?
How safe is that?
You asked them to follow some safety rules. Now they're asking you. In fact, they're counting on you. Never let your gun get into the wrong hands. Remember, always lock it up. Visit ncpc.org.
Cinderella found the pet that fits her perfectly. Tiana gave her pet the royal treatment. Belle found beauty where no one else did. And you can too. Share your heart. Share your love. Bring home your forever friend. Make a shelter pet part of your world. Happily Ever After begins at theshelterpetproject.org.
You are watching Germantown Municipal Television, your source for everything Germantown.
Welcome back. This past summer, the Healthy Germantown crew spent time at the Germantown Farmers Market. We asked folks to ask the experts any health-related questions for this show. Director of Adult Nutrition Therapy for Methodist Hospital, Allison Bray, shed some light on healthy eating.
Our question for you is whole grain bread really better for you than white bread? Because at our house, I got to tell you, we're pushing whole grain and we're getting a little bit of kickback on that. So that's what we would like the answer to. Is that really true?
Well, Alderman and his daughters. It is if it's 100% whole grain or 100% whole wheat bread. White bread has had the outside layer of the grain taken off, which removes some fiber and vitamins and minerals. And fiber content is really what we're looking for in our breads. So if you choose a bread that's 3 grams of fiber or more, you know that you're getting a healthy version of bread.
Thanks for being here with us with Healthy Germantown. Since October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we decided to visit the West Cancer Center. Dr. Kurt Tower talks about the state-of-the-art comprehensive care available to breast cancer patients right here in what has become known as Germantown's medical corridor.
Well, about 4 or 5 years ago, I guess, University of Tennessee, Methodist Healthcare System, and the West Clinic got together to form the West Cancer Center. And this is the first physical representation of that cancer center. This is a beautiful place, and it's a very calming place for people to come. But the beauty of it is that everything you need from cancer is in this building. Radiation therapy is here, your medical oncologists are here, surgical oncologists are here, GYN oncologists are here, dermatologists are here, head and neck, everybody's here. And so it's really kind of a one-stop shop. So it makes it easy for the patients to know where to go. And it also facilitates the interaction between the doctors. So the way it used to be is you might come and see me about a medical oncology issue. I might send you to a surgeon, which would take a couple of weeks to schedule, and they might send you to radiation therapy. And so you're 4 or 5 weeks down the line and haven't gotten any treatment. Now we can essentially do that in the afternoon. You know, you see me, you go down to see them, and you can get started much more quickly and much more efficiently. So not only is it a beautiful facility, it's a very efficient and functional facility. Well, I think that all of us with our health care have to be our own best advocates, and women especially with regard to breast cancer. So if a woman has a family history of breast cancer, and what that means is usually first or second degree relatives that have breast cancer, especially if they have breast cancer at an early age, we need to know about that, and they need to be aware of that. So they would talk to their primary care physician and often their GYN, their gynecologic physician, who usually takes care of women's health, about getting a mammogram scheduled. And we usually start doing that about age 40. So that's where the power of the Margaret H. West Breast Center is, because when they come here, they'll get their initial mammogram. If there's a problem, they'll get their diagnostic mammogram. If they, heaven forbid, need a biopsy, they can get that here. And the surgeons are right here to take on if, in fact, they do have some more serious problem that needs to be addressed surgically. So everything is done continuously, rapidly, efficiently, because not only do you have to concern about your breast and your health, but the emotion involved in that really cries out for it to be done efficiently and time effectively, so you can find an answer as rapidly as possible. Or one of the biggest advances in our breast health program has been the mobile mammography unit. It's a wonderful machine that Methodist made the investment in and we take advantage of. And what it does is it allows us to do 2 very important things. We can go to the FedExes and the AutoZones and the industrial areas in the city so that women can get their mammograms while they're at work, so they don't have to take time off work, and they can come into this really very pleasant, modern, brand new facility that has 3D mammograms, which are the most recent mammogram technology. They can get those mammograms and not have to leave work, not have to take away time from their family. And so it's smart for the employers to do that, because they're making sure that their women are doing what they need to make sure their health is good. But it's also very convenient for the women themselves. The other very important aspect of the mobile mammography unit is that we can go to the communities that can't go to us. So some of the underinsured and uninsured communities in Memphis that have great difficulty with transportation, can't make it out to get to their mammograms, can't get to the facilities to get their mammograms, so we bring the mammography to them. We take the mobile van into their churches usually and are usually associated with their churches through the Congregational Health Network that Methodist has, where they go in and they can get their mammograms and get their screenings just like everyone else should get their screenings, and we can make sure that they have just the same opportunity for good breast health as everyone else. In fact, the mobile unit, we've all upgraded our facilities, but when the mobile unit actually came, it was better than some of our facilities. It had more modern equipment than some of our facilities. We've upgraded all the Methodist West Cancer Center facilities now, so we all have the same quality equipment. When we got the unit, it was really a step forward in the treatment of breast health in the Memphis community.
West Cancer Center is our region's leader in adult comprehensive cancer care and research. Located on Wolf River Boulevard, West Cancer Center provides treatment and care to more than 30,000 patients each year. They share a special blend of clinical expertise combined with emotional support through hope and healthy outcomes for their patients and loved ones. We are truly fortunate to have this complete continuum of care all in one place. We'll be right back after another quick break, so please stay with us.
Really? Buzz, what's up, man? You left some leaves burning out here.
Yeah, I just came in just for a second.
Come on, man. If it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. You could torch the whole neighborhood.
It's a good point there, Smokey.
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Looks like it's done.
Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So learn the right temperature to cook each type of meat. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
You are watching Germantown Municipal Television, your source for everything Germantown.
And we are back with Healthy Germantown. Fall means a change of colors on the trees, football season, special to me, and for many of us, time to get a flu shot. Joining us now is Walgreens pharmacist Dr. Nicole Edwards-Durden to explain how an annual flu shot can help you stay healthy. So tell us what we need to know about flu shots. Why should we get one?
Well, first, Steve, thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
You know, it's really important to get flu shots. It really is the most preventable thing you can do during flu season. Flu season is just one of those unpredictable things. We never know when it's going to peak. We never know exactly how bad it's going to be. And so what you can do to protect yourself is get that flu vaccine. It's easy, simple, and the best thing you can do.
What do we know so far about this flu season? I know people wonder the composition. Are these the right ingredients,
the right ones
that are going to help me get through the season and not be sick?
Well, with the flu shot, basically a little bit before the season starts, they'll decide what they think are going to be the most prevalent strands. And the normal flu shot will have 3 strands in it. We do offer one with 4 as well. And during that, they're kind of guessing what's going to be the worst one. So sometimes maybe a little off, but most of the time they're right on the market, and usually we can be protected during the flu season.
So some of our viewers historically have not gotten the flu shot.
Right.
Are there certain people who should not, for health reasons,
get the flu shot? Pretty much no. I mean, at our Walgreens, for instance, we do give a questionnaire that kind of gives us questions that ask you to double check that it is the best thing for you. But it is recommended by the CDC that anyone 6 months and older get the flu shot. And we do have a special flu shot too for patients 65 and older. We call a high dose that's kind of got an extra punch to it. Mm-hmm. And so it's really recommended pretty much for everybody. I can't even think of anyone I've ever had to say no to for a flu shot.
So Nicole, I could remember in past years, someone would say to me, I'm afraid to get the flu shot because I know the last time I got it, I got sick. Is there any correlation between getting the flu shot and within a week or two of getting it,
Getting the flu?
getting the flu,
Well,
or getting some kind of
getting
sickness?
some type of sickness. Well, realistically, with the flu shots we have now, the flu virus is a dead virus, so you should not get the flu from it. We did have flu myths in the past, which we haven't seen as much of now. That is a live virus, so that could be a little bit of the confusion. And with the flu shot, it's just like any other vaccine. It does have side effects associated with it, tenderness in the area. Some patients may get a mild fever the day after getting the shot for just a day or so. So maybe sometimes people confuse that with the two, but you should not get the flu from the flu shot.
So you would say the benefits outweigh the risks?
Definitely, definitely. I can honestly say since I've had the flu shot, I haven't had the flu, and I have had the flu before prior to getting one, and it was not an experience I would like to have again.
Now, I've also been told if you get the flu shot and you get sick, because it can still happen, that you will recover faster. Is that true?
You can. And a lot of times, too, when patients get the flu shot, they've already been exposed to the flu. That's what brought them in. And so they don't realize within the next few days they're going to get the flu because they got it before the flu shot. It does take time for the flu shot to be effective in the body. So sometimes that's what we see a lot of, too. But it can help with it getting over it faster and helping your immune system have that boost.
Okay, so I decide to get the flu shot.
Okay.
And you have 3 Walgreens stores in Germantown?
We have quite a few Walgreens stores in Germantown, and we have Walgreens pretty much on every corner. They call it the corner of happy and healthy for a reason.
Right.
You can find one everywhere. So you can pretty much get it any Walgreens, anytime, 7 days a week. That's the great thing about it. It's about what's convenient for our patients. And believe it or not, about a third of our patients get their flu shot during off hours. So we're talking about nights, weekends, even holidays. I've done one on 4th of July before. So it's all about what's convenient for the patient. And so being able to go to any Walgreens during hours, it's not an appointment needed. It's not any specific time frame. It's as long as they're open. So that makes it easy to do.
So I should be happy and healthy to come get
You
my
should. You should be happy and healthy, yes. We don't want anyone with a fever getting a shot. That is something that we would say, let's get over that cold and then come back and get the shot to give your body the best immune system response.
And do insurance carriers cover the cost of the flu shot?
Yeah, I would say about 90% of our patients have some type of form of insurance that's going to cover the flu shot, and usually it's actually at no out-of-pocket cost. So I do a lot of free flu shots. Medicare Part B, for instance, for patients 65 and older, cover it at no cost. They cover a lot of vaccinations as well.
So with this flu season upon us, what words of advice, what other words of advice would you give to people to avoid the flu hygiene related? For example, wash your hands.
Right. Actually, the best thing you can do in any cold, flu especially too, is keep your hands clean, wash them as often as you can. You want to avoid crowded places. If you're going to go like on an airplane, for instance, or out somewhere, you can always do some type of vitamin C or anything to kind of help out too with getting yourself ready for it. And then of course, doing the flu shot is going to definitely keep you protected.
Is there paperwork that I have to complete?
Well, yeah. When you come to Walgreens, we give you a little sheet after you decide if you're going to do the flu shot, and we also pick the best flu shot for you based on your age and a few questions, like if you had a severe reaction to a flu shot before. And it's just a quick 6-question survey, and one of the questions is pregnancy. So if you're a man, you actually only have 5 questions, and you just answer those questions, and we make sure that all the answers are no and everything works out well, and we give you the shot. So it's really quick.
And is there any relationship between you giving me the shot and my primary care doctor?
No, it's no relation. It's no difference at all. We find that a lot of patients like the convenience of it, so we do give quite a few flu shots anywhere. I know for my store, for instance, on Poplar and Massey, we're 24 hours, so we're really busy. So we can give sometimes 15, 20 shots a day, and it's so much easier for a lot of patients. And a lot of times, going to the doctor also involves a copay for some patients for flu shots. So if you can get it free through your insurance, you're saving money there as well, plus time.
So happy and healthy includes 24 hours
For our store, it does. So for my store, for instance, you could come at 2 a.m. to get a flu shot because we're always there. And so if we're open, we're available for flu shots and any vaccine.
And I know people are always concerned about wait time.
They are. Of course, every store has a different wait time. Our store is 24 hours, so we are busy. But normally, we don't have patients waiting more than you would wait for a prescription, which is 15 minutes or less.
Well, listen, you have been a wealth of information, and we thank you so much for being here with us.
Oh, thank you.
Really enjoyed it. We want to thank again Nicole and Walgreens for sharing this great information with us. I'd like to thank all of our guests for being here. and to you, our viewers, for your interest in healthy Germantown. If you'd like more information about this or any other show on Germantown Municipal Television, please visit www.gmtvonline.org. Stay healthy, Germantown, and we'll see you next month.